I want to talk about a concept called mastery. The concept of mastery is when a person makes a personal commitment towards a journey. Becoming a master at soaping is when you can take control out there on the streets. Mastery is when you don't feel confused or helpless. It's when you can control your own destiny rather than it controlling you. It's about moving from cause to effect. It's about moving from a stage in life where you're sitting at the session and you're watching things happen to moving to a place in your life where you make things happen. Along this path, you're going to have to deal with a lot of fears and frustrations. You might think to yourself, what if I can't grind that whole rail? What if I fall? What if everyone laughs at me? What if I can't jump that high? You have to be able to put all those fears aside. You have to overcome any obstacle. You're going to have to realize that it's okay to make a mistake. You're going to fall. It's going to happen. But you have to find it in yourself to overcome that and to keep going. I think you know deep down inside that those feelings of discomfort, they're going to subside. They're going to go away eventually. I think you know that when you get this part of your life handled, when you get out there and you practice and you become proficient at the tricks, that soaping is going to be fun. That you're going to be able to go out to the sesh. You're just going to be able to bust out. You're going to be able to hang with your friends. Be able to kick it. Feel like grinding. You can hit the rail. And it's going to be all good. You got to remember that a lot of people out there, they might not be too happy with what you're doing. You know, there's a lot of haters out there. You have to remember that you're not there in the session to entertain other people. If you grind the rail, you've got to grind it for you. It's kind of crazy because a lot of people they'll hate, they'll judge you. And even if you get really good, even if you begin to achieve monumental success out there, you might go pro, some company might sponsor you, they might just like watching you grind, they put you on a commercial, and people are going to hate you more. So you can't be doing this for other people. You have to do it for yourself. You're not there in the session to entertain. You're not a dancing monkey. You'll notice that on the path to mastery, you might feel that you are progressing in stages of, let's say, peaks and valleys. For example, you may be on the up and up for a while. Oh man, I learned a new trick and I was just busting out. And then you notice you kind of fall off a little bit. You may even plateau for a while. Then you start coming up again. You might have to fall off, plateau a little bit, coming up. Anyway, you notice that either way, you're still always progressing as long as you keep going. Sometimes when you're in these declines or these little plateaus, you may be so close to advancing, but this could be any kind of an issue. This could be a psychological issue. This could be a physical issue. You know, you might start off and you're learning all the basic tricks, and then you start to tell yourself, oh, I can't really jump on that rail, it's too high, or that gap's too big, and you kind of fall back a little bit. You know, it could be a physical issue. You may not physically be able to jump that high. There's a lot of grommets out there that are only, 3-4 feet tall and they can't hit the big rails yet. But if you stick with it in time, you're gonna grow, you know, and you'll be able to hit that soon. It could, but again, it could be another physical issue. You may have school, you may have work, homework. You don't have the physical time it takes to practice to get to the next level, you know. It could be a lot of different things, but if you stick with it and you keep going, you know, this is the path to soaping mastery, you know, and you just want to keep progressing, keep pushing forward. Also take notice that the more time that you're out there practicing, the longer you're soaping, the more you're out on the streets, you'll start to notice that the way that you see things from where you're at now or from where you started will become much more profound. You know, when I first started skating, the only thing I knew was to jump on a picnic table and 360. Now I walk through the world and I see the possibilities of endless grinds. Shit, even my table over here, you know. And when I first started, I wasn't consciously aware of any of those possibilities. I didn't even know what grinding was. The only concept I had when I was younger about grinding was a Nintendo game called TNC Surf, where you play a character of a gorilla. He could do rail slides on a skateboard. But I didn't think you were able to do that in real life. I thought it was just a video game. But now, you know, I can do it myself here in physical reality. I've got soaps on right now. If I want, I can go outside and I can actually grind that rail. You see what I'm talking about? You just keep pushing forward. Just stick with it. Another thing that's really important on your path to mastery in this sport is that you're probably not going to be able to progress there by yourself. You're going to need a team. Now, there are other guys out there in this community. They're all over the planet. A good buddy of mine, Greg Krellin, who's out there in Australia, he runs a Facebook page called the Melbourne Soapers. My homeboy, T. Wayne, out there in New Hampshire, he'd be doing it big. There are people in Poland and Iceland that email me up that ask, when am I coming to town so they can soap? There are people all over the planet that are getting down. And this is where it's up to you guys to step up and become a leader and become a figure of authority in our community. And you can easily do that by starting to post more pictures of yourself. Post pictures on Instagram and hashtag everything to soap shoes. You can get on Facebook and create your own soaping page in your own town. You gotta spread this shit like religion, you know? You gotta start passing on the information. Share the relate videos with your friends. There might not be as big of a soaping community as there could be, but if you keep pushing forward and you guys band together, we can be a bigger army than anything out there. You might think that no one's soaping anymore. I guarantee you that you're wrong. And I guarantee you that there is someone out there right now who is waiting to connect with you. Start a group. Become a leader. Become the man. I give you the power to do that. I want you guys to be able to take this to a whole new level. Okay? I want you guys to be able to get out there and get so good at this shit that you can actually teach it to other guys. Some of you guys know I have a black belt in martial arts. I've been doing karate, martial arts, mixed martial arts since I was 8 years old, since the Ninja Turtles came out. Now, I went through Shorin-ryu for quite a few years. I got a black belt in Taekwondo, done Kung Fu, Jiu-Jitsu, Ninjutsu, grappling, wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai. You know, I'm still into all that. I'm still part of that community, that subculture. Now, I have a black belt, but what does that mean? A black belt doesn't mean that I can whoop everyone's ass. It doesn't mean that I'm the best martial artist, the best ninja in the world. A black belt really means just a couple things. Basically, it means that I know all the tricks, but more importantly, it's because I know them so well that I can teach them to someone else. And the other thing with being a black belt is that now I can judge a fight. I can judge the points. I know the point system and how to score for whatever, you know, competition, whatever kind of event is going on. Punches, kicks. I know that one is like, you know, 2 points, one is 3 points, one is, you know, if he does a certain move, it's a whatever, you know, like, that's what that means. When you become a master, it doesn't mean that you're the best. It just means that you're good enough now to teach the information to the next guy. I want you to become really selfish. I want you to take the time to learn this information. Even these videos that I'm showing you here. Watch this series 100 times in a row. I guarantee, as you're watching it the first time through, you're only getting part of the information. Your brain can only record what you're ready for. After you go through this whole series, watch it again, and then watch it again, and then watch it again. And then share it with a friend, and watch it together and discuss it, talk about it. Leave comments. You know, get other people to leave comments. Share the video. You know, the more that you're absorbed to this material, the more it's going to become integrated into you. The more it's going to become a part of you. And then, as you travel along this path, let's say you get all the way up to the top of the mountain. You're busting out every trick. You know everything there is to know about soaping. Like, which I'm not even there yet. There's tomorrow is a new day. There's going to be some new obstacle tomorrow that I encounter that I've never grinded before. Like, I was in the Bank of America, you know, and I'm trying to think of how can I grind the counter? There's 8 cameras on me. These dudes are watching me. Yet, I figured out how to do that, you know, and I was in there with Danny. This is way back in the day, and you know, I just basically had him kind of disturb the dude, and he just starts, you know, making a nuisance of himself, just kind of like goofing off, and anyway, drew their attention long enough to where I was able to jump on the ledge, backside, you know, and nail that shit. I grinded at a fucking bank, you know. You can grind the counter when you're getting a Whopper at Burger King, you know. There are so many different obstacles, the ledges, you know, that are in front of the castle at Disneyland. Anything. Now, and like I said, tomorrow I might be walking to the store and something new will just pop onto my radar, and I'm gonna have to figure out, how do I grind that thing? How, you know, it might be a rock. It might be, okay, what kind of surface area? How am I gonna slide across this? You know, am I gonna have to come here in the middle of the night when security is not, you know, around so that I can wax this little curb that I see by the parking structure? You know, there's always going to be a next level. Now what's going to happen is you're going to progress. You're going to become great. But the thing is, your life is bigger than soap. You know, and if all you're doing is soap, there's all these other areas of your life that you're missing. So eventually, you know, you got school, you've got family, you know, you've got girlfriends, you guys, you know, need time off to go to the beach. Maybe you're also into other subcultures. You know, myself, I soap, but I'm also a rapper. I also do tattoos. I do martial arts. You know, I'm really into the rave scene. So there's other issues and other things in my life. So at one point, I want you to take the time to learn this material and get really good. And then I want you to take soaping from the center of your life and just turn it into a part of your life. Because there's always going to be a new level. You're always expanding as a human being. For me, at this point, you know, when I was 17, soaping and skating, that was it. But now, where I've reached a stage of mastery myself, now it's just part of my life. And now I've got, you know, this business that I'm doing, this book that I'm writing, this other thing, this other thing, this other thing. But it's always there. And anytime I want, I just go to my closet, put on a pair of shoes, and it comes back. It's like riding a bicycle. I want you guys to take this to a whole new level. Soaping is gone. The old days of front-siding on curves at the beach, wearing, you know, shorts and Hawaiian shirts. This is bigger than that now. I want you guys to take this to the next level. I call that level meta soap. We'll discuss it more on here. The more you do this, when you get this installed on your brain, when everything's just a program running on your autonomic nervous system, when all these neurons are in place, when you're in a state of unconscious competence like we were talking about earlier, you're going to be able to grind anything. Anything you see, just be able to walk through the world and hit it. Like backslide, boom. 270, boom. You'll be walking through the world like a soaping wizard. Like a Jedi Knight. Walking around. Boom. Spin. Gap. Anything. We're on the verge of creating an entirely new subculture. So for all you meta soapers out there, get ready. Turn the world into your playground.